According to psychology, people who get easily rage baited online or in real life are often showing signs of emotional reactivity, a state where the brain jumps into fight mode the moment it senses provocation. This doesn't mean they're weak or overly sensitive. It usually means their nervous system has been trained to treat even small threats as big ones. When someone tries to bait you, they're essentially poking at that wiring. Instead of calmly filtering the comment as meaningless, your body floods with adrenaline. Your heart rate rises, and your brain demands you defend yourself. For many, this pattern comes from growing up in environments where they had to constantly protect themselves from criticism, insults, or conflict. Over time, the brain learns to fire fast because pausing to think felt unsafe. The problem is, rage baiters know this. They don't actually want your opinion. They want your reaction. The moment you explode, they've already won. And afterward, you're left drained, frustrated, and wondering why you let them get to you. So if this sounds familiar, remember, pausing is power. Walking away is not weakness. In fact, it's the exact opposite. It's you refusing to let someone else control your emotions. The bait only works if you bite. If you like my content and want to see more, like, follow, and share this post with 3 of your friends. According to psychology, smart people often struggle to be happy. Not because they're ungrateful, but because their brain never stops running. High intelligence comes with the ability to analyze, predict, and question. But that same gift can turn against you. Instead of enjoying the present, the mind races to the past, replaying mistakes, or leaps into the future, imagining problems that haven't even happened. What feels like wisdom on the outside can feel like restlessness on the inside. The brain's default mode network, which activates during thinking and self-reflection, is especially active in intelligent people. That means they spend more time in self-analysis, overthinking, and second-guessing. And here's the catch. Happiness requires presence, but overthinking pulls you away from it. Over time, this can create a paradox. The smarter you are, the harder it becomes to relax into simple joys. You see every angle, every flaw, every what if. The meal isn't just food, it's nutrition, cost, ethics. The relationship isn't just love, it's risk, compromise, timing. The brain keeps solving problems when there isn't one. But here's a healthier way forward. Instead of trying to shut your brain off, give it better problems to solve. Creative work, meaningful goals, or learning something new channels that endless thinking into growth instead of rumination. Smart people don't need to think less, they just need to think better. If you like this content and want to see more, like, follow, and share this post with 3 of your friends. A psychopath is not just someone who behaves recklessly or violently. The condition reflects deep neurobiological differences. Psychopathy is marked by a lack of empathy, shallow emotions, and an inability to feel guilt or remorse. These traits are tied to abnormalities in the amygdala and orbitofrontal cortex, 2 brain regions critical for processing fear, moral judgment, and impulse control. In psychopaths, the amygdala often shows reduced activity, which dulls their fear responses and emotional recognition, while the orbitofrontal cortex struggles to regulate risky or harmful behavior. The reward system also plays a role. Psychopaths tend to show heightened sensitivity in the brain's dopamine pathways, especially in the nucleus accumbens. This means they are strongly driven by reward and stimulation, but less inhibited by the potential consequences. A neurological setup that fuels impulsivity, thrill-seeking, and sometimes criminal behavior. Childhood experiences are a powerful factor in psychopathy's development. Genetics may create vulnerability, but early exposure to neglect, violence, or inconsistent parenting can blunt emotional bonding and reinforce manipulative or aggressive patterns. Some children, unable to rely on warmth or security, learn to detach from empathy as a means of self-preservation. Over time, this emotional numbness can solidify into the characteristic callousness of psychopathy. Not all psychopaths become criminals. Many exist in everyday society, blending into roles that reward charm, manipulation, and calculated risk-taking. But what unites them is the same core neurological trait, a brain that struggles to connect morality with emotion, making harm to others feel weightless and personal gain paramount. If you like this content and want to see more, like, follow, and share this post with 3 of your friends.